Holy smokes, y'all, 1,000 subscribers. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on my YouTube journey, share the highs and the lows, and why I am so intent on taking your job search from stressful to successful. So let's get started. So who the heck am I and why am I on YouTube giving you job search advice? Well, my name is Laura and I spent nearly 20 years in the HR space. I started as an intern for the Detroit Pistons in their recruiting department and then worked my way up the HR career ladder. That is until I took a step off of the ladder to focus on being a mom. And when I looked to return to the paid workforce, I was having to navigate a career break. I was looking to completely pivot fields. And I needed to work for a company that respected my wants and needs as a parent. And that is not an easy feat. And I was like, okay, you have all of this HR knowledge, you know the hiring process like the back of your hand, let's get strategic. And I did. And I was able to find that role that met me where I was at. And I was in that role for 6 years until the end of last year. And I took a step back again because during that time, I knew that I had so much to offer in regards to helping people find jobs. I was that go-to person for my friends, like, oh, can you look at my resume? Or do you have any interview tips before I go in for my interview? And I had been a professor during the time that I did work in HR as well. And I was like, I know I have more to offer people. And I love seeing people be successful in their job search. Yes. There's nothing better than having a client say, oh my gosh, I landed the job. I'm so excited about this one. And I was like, okay, how do I make this into an actual business? So I was like, I'm gonna bet on myself and I'm gonna give myself 1 year to figure this out. And yeah, it's been quite the year. I started doing in-person workshops. I've worked one-on-one with clients, and I, of course, have started a YouTube channel. Now, I was very reluctant to start YouTube because I did not feel as though I was going to be good on camera, to be quite honest. It felt awkward, and it still does feel a little bit awkward to talk to a camera. I'm much better if I'm with a person or people in a group because you can read their expressions, you can ask questions, you can be interactive. On a camera, you're just talking to a camera, hoping that what you say lands with somebody. But I said, okay, you're going into this full force. You're going to learn about YouTube. And it has definitely been a learning experience. And those first few months were quite brutal. Let me set the stage for you. When I started YouTube in November of 2024, I had zero YouTube experience. Like, I actually had to Google how to set up a YouTube account. And then once I did in October of 2024, I just binged as many videos on content creation, how to grow your YouTube channel, how to get monetized, subscribers, all that. I went hard into that. And then when I actually uploaded my first video in November, I guess I had this expectation that it would just somehow reach everybody and everybody would be like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And that's not what happened. And I learned something too about those content creators. And this is not to take anything away from them, but a lot of the creators that talk about that quick growth, like 8 weeks to monetization, 10,000 subscribers in 3 months. Well, there's a big portion of them that have had previous YouTube channels. They might be on their second, third, or even fourth channel. So they've already had a lot of that learning experience early that they could apply to their new channels. And like I said, I'm not taking anything away from them, but I want to let you know that in case you are thinking, yeah, YouTube is something I want to start, because that's awesome. But be aware, if you don't already have YouTube experience, pretty much everything is new. The thumbnails, the titles, filming, lighting, scripting, all of that, hooks, intros, all of it. And it is overwhelming. And that's exactly how I felt. I just felt completely overwhelmed. And I remember when I started my YouTube channel, I thought to myself, I'm actually going to film videos both about job search tips, but also about my YouTube journey. And I'm going to show everybody that you can do this. Well, that lasted approximately a week. And it's funny because I did film 2 videos about my YouTube journey, and I have them like saved as, I think it's like unlisted on my channel. And looking back on those videos, I just want to give old me a hug because, man, I was going through some stuff, and I'll show you a clip. So rather than me tell you about it, here, take a look at it. Today I filmed my first YouTube video, and actually I take that back. It wasn't the first time I filmed a YouTube video. It was the first time that I filmed a YouTube video correctly. What I mean by correctly is I had the camera wrong the entire time that I filmed the first one. Yeah. Entire time. Set up wrong. Couldn't use any of it. That was so disheartening. I was like broken. I posted my first video on November 14th that was related to job search tips. And yeah, I tried so hard to squeeze all of my knowledge in one video. And I even spent hours scripting it, and I didn't know properly like how to talk to a camera. So I would have to like look at my computer, memorize like a line or two, look back at the camera, look back at the computer, look back at the camera. And there are so many jump cuts in that first video that I'm like, oh, but I leave it up there because you know what? It is just, well, it is helpful information, but it's just the credits like, okay, we all start somewhere. So the first few months, no idea what I was doing. I remember I hit January of this year with 16 subscribers. And I actually count that as 14 because one was me from a different account and one was my husband. So technically 16, but really 14. And I was like, I've been working my butt off for 2 months. Why is this so hard? And at that point I was like, I need help. So I signed up for a very, very reasonably priced YouTube like cohort. I think it was like $99 or something like that. It was very reasonable. And they did a channel audit. And it was humbling, very, very humbling to be like, wow, these are all the things I'm doing wrong. But on the flip side, there were some things I was doing right. I had some valuable information. I was able to look at a camera and at least from their perspective was somewhat engaging. So it's like, okay, I got that going for me, but I still have to figure out all of these other aspects. I started to really double down on their advice, and I grew a little bit more and I grew a little bit more. But those first few months were very, very humbling. And I would say it was like that for probably about 4 to 5 months. And I think in May I still only had like 84 subscribers. So yes, there was growth, but it was very slow. And at that point I was like, all right, I need to fully commit and find somebody that I can work with one-on-one. And that was the game-changing moment. And I will say this, if you have the means to hire somebody to help you in whatever your endeavor is, I would suggest it because it is a way to fast track to where you want to go. Like if you're looking for a job, yes, it might make sense to work with a job search coach. By the way, I do have that service. So if you are interested, you can look at the link below. But my point is I can work with you one-on-one because I know your situation, and that's what I needed for YouTube. So yes, all this to say in May is when I started working one-on-one with a coach. And then that's when I started to see real growth. And now fast forward from May to December of this year. And that is when I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. While my channel was growing, I wanted to just mix things up and do something different to see how it would land. And that's why I decided to do the 12 days of job searchmas. And I thought, okay, if I show up every single day for 12 days, how is this going to impact my subscriber count? I had the hope that by the end of the year, I would hit 1,000 subscribers, and it actually happened sooner in December, which I do attribute to the 12 days of Christmas, because on December 10th, I thought that was the day that it would happen. And that's because I went to sleep on December 9th with, I believe, 994 subscribers. I thought, okay, I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have that 1,000 subscriber mark. And I woke up and I actually filmed it. So why don't we check that out?
It is the morning of Wednesday, December 10th, 2025. And last night I went to bed and I had 995 subscribers. And I'm curious to see if today is the day that I hit 1,000 subscribers. So I decided to work out and then check the numbers. And here we go. YouTube Studio. Oh my gosh. No, it's not the day, but I am so darn close. Yep, 999. Oh my gosh. Okay, so today possibly will be the day, but just not right now. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, but I actually did that same day. And I was so excited. I wasn't just excited because I hit 1,000 subscribers. It went way deeper than that. 1,000 people trusted me enough to subscribe to my channel. They paid me in their most valuable currency, which is time. And they trusted me to give them job search insights and tips. And that meant so much. I give my all in these videos and they got something from it. And that is so awesome. Yes, it's a big number, but it's more than a number. It's the people behind those numbers. And seriously, if you are one of them, thank you so, so much. I promise you, I will keep providing you with these tips because I truly believe all of us deserve to be in a job that we enjoy, that we find fulfilling, where we can use our skills and our talents. And that's my goal for you, is for you to find that. And I'm once again going off on the job search tangent. To bring it back to YouTube, 1,000 subscribers is more than just a number. It's more than just a milestone. And also with 1,000 subscribers, I hate to say it, but there's some social proof there. I can say all day and night that here's what I've done. I've worked in HR for all of these years. I've worked one-on-one with clients. I've helped them get jobs. I've had in-person workshops. I've created online courses, and I have done all that. But if you see a number on a screen that says 12 or 29, you're just less likely to click on that video. And that was a big hurdle because I know that for me to reach more people, I have to, well, reach more people. If you are going through your own YouTube journey to whatever number it is, know that each and every person who subscribes to your channel is investing in you. And yes, you have a milestone in your head, but never forget that that one person chose you, that those 10 people chose you. And that is huge. That's like the biggest compliment you can get. And now as I embark on the next 1,000 or next 5,000, whatever that number is, I look at it a bit differently. I'm not trying to get that social proof. Like, I know what I'm talking about, and I'm hoping people recognize that I know what I'm talking about. Now it's just a matter of seeing how many people I can help. And through all this process, I have learned so many lessons, and I'm going to share 3 of them with you. Lesson number 1 is that there are no rules. There are guidelines, there are best practices, and there sure as heck are other people's opinions. But when it comes to YouTube, your job search, or heck, even life, question the rules that you are hearing. If everybody is doing things one way, do you have to do it that way? And if you are starting out on YouTube, you are going to find a lot of advice out there, and the same in the job search sphere. But here's the thing. It's the rule breakers who we celebrate. It's the rule breakers who we look up to. So take the information that you are hearing and use what you feel is best for you. But if you're like, hey, that's not the direction I want to go, or I want to try something different, then do it. Lesson number 2 is to embrace the suck. Yeah, just embrace the fact that your journey is going to be hard. Whether it is on YouTube or your job search journey or whatever endeavor you're going to take on in life, like, look, If it's hard, that's okay. Usually the things that are most easy in life are also the least fulfilling. It's those things where you have to overcome obstacles, where you have the struggles, that you actually feel good when you do achieve your accomplishment. Achieve your accomplishment. I think there's a book called like The Comfort Crisis, which talks about this, of how we are so used to having things so readily accessible and easy for us that we are forgetting the benefits of struggle, of doing the hard thing. And I never want you to lose sight of that, especially if you are going after a goal which seems just ridiculous to other people. You know why it's ridiculous to other people? Because they can't imagine themselves putting in that time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears. But you aren't like other people. You are uniquely you. And that is what I want you to remember, that you can and you will achieve your goals, especially if they're hard, because those are the type of people that are going to be the change makers, who are going to stand atop that mountain and say, I freaking did this, and look down on everybody else who thought it was too hard. Lesson number 3 is to embrace your weird, unique, quirky self. Because yes, we are all weird and quirky and unique, and that is beautiful. If you are starting out on YouTube and you think I have to be like somebody else, no, you don't. You need to be like you. The people who have already made it big have leaned into something that is unique about themselves. And the same with your job search. You don't want to be a part of the masses. You want to stand out. And the best way to stand out is to show off your impact, your unique value. And yes, even in life, if you lean into who you authentically are, you're going to be happier and you're going to attract the right people, the right opportunities. Because if you try to be like everybody else, then you are just going to get the results of everybody else. If you take away nothing else from this video, remember this one thing. You are amazing. You are unique, and you have something that only you can offer the world. And I can't wait to see what that is. And if you're like, okay, now give me some job tips because that's what I'm here for, then check out my video here.